3 of Unified Practice of Chapter 23, Learning from the Masters. And there's a reason why. Because since beginning, we have been saying that I am light. And now we are learning what that light is. So those enlightened beings from whom we are learning, they know they are light. That is unified field. It is emanating from unified field. As it is expressing, it is manifesting itself as love, as light. So we are becoming more conscious about this unified field, about love, about light, from where everything came. So we are becoming aware of that source, or from we are aware of that what from where we came. And as we become more and more aware by living it, we realize that we are light, we are love. Then we are free from this limited body to live this life fully, to live our light. And the more we become light, the more we can be quiet, the more we can just glow and shine. And everything is taken care after that. So let us increase our numbers. Let us increase our glow and light by awareness, by fully awakening, or by becoming fully aware of ourself and existence, by becoming aware of light and unified field. So having said that, I would like to invite Kirti today. She will be guiding us throughout the journey. And I hope you're enjoying the chapter. Read and reread. You'll enjoy it just way more every time. So welcome, Kirti. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone. Congratulations to making it to the last week of Unified. You should really pat yourself for being here, continuing this journey, and being so obedient to practice this. This is all we need, the dedication, and we will be there. So, 23rd week, learning from the masters. It came all the way in the end. Why it has come here now? So the chapter starts with God is light. I am the light of the world. You have heard it. A light is just another way of looking at light, of love, right? Light is merely love in its first stirrings to manifest. First stirrings, like a magic potion being stirred, and the magic is happening. The light appeared from what? From the love. Out of that love, the light has appeared. So always love is first. Remember that. That is the basis. From that love, the first stir, that's what it says. From that first stir, the light came. The love is the basis. The light came out of its first stirring. That is love, knowing itself. So I'll explain more about this. Remember, if you go back to the previous chapters where it says, from that first thought, we all came, right? That first thought contains all the information in the entire existence. And here, Babaji mentions, love's first stir came the light. But this is what is the first thought, that light. So further on, what it says, light is also the most unifying field of physics. Light is that universal energy that permeates. So what is this? It is the love's expansion. Love's expansion. It is the aspect of its all-knowing intelligence, right? That is the light. What is light? Light is the wisdom. And as we have learned through this course, love and its various expressions, right? When love knew itself, it learned about its infinite potentials. And that's how it is everywhere present through its light. That is the beautiful essence of this paragraph. It is permeating, it is expanding. That's why it is everywhere. That is why it knows about everything else. Its all knowing, intelligent aspect came from this light. So, what furthermore Babaji says? You are light, that same light that is God. That same light is everything. That same light is love. So you are that light. That means you have that same knowledge that love holds, same wisdom which that light has. There's no difference. All are inbuilt in you. So only in this small, tiny, I highlighted, I couldn't read properly, tiny bit of you called physical, right? So what is this tiny bit of physical? These senses, this body, this limited perspective. This is what we are just being there. We're not realizing that we came out of that light and we have the capability to permeate as well. We are limiting it in this physical, right? So only in your limited perspective, you don't believe your greater aspect, your greater expression of love. You don't believe that when you are locked in this physical perspective, not in this body. You need this body to realize that, but the perspective is what you're locked into. That's what we are changing here in this unified. So even though in truth, even your physical body is light. A little insight here about physical body's light. So this is from the other books. So you have designed your own body, your features, your eyes, the way you talk, the way you behave, everything, even your name, you have designed yourself based on all your accumulated wisdom from the previous births or whatever, wherever you have or accumulated ones, you have created this body. It contains all the information. So it is your light. It is your wisdom that came out like this because you designed it. Even though in truth, even your physical body is light. This is all full of information because you made it. Your physical body is indeed a very small part of your being. So it is a beautiful vehicle for the physical plane. It locks you into the time and space so that you can have this field where you can experience and expand. But that purpose we have come here to permeate, to expand. This is where we need a place. This is why it is given to us. It is here and now that you can learn that your true identity is God's light. That is why you're here and now, to learn the true identity. You are that whole wisdom. You have that too. And your body is a perfect expression of this divine on display. So this body is an expression of love. And it is perfect as you are, because you made it. You are the master creator of it. And furthermore, Babaji says, its nervous system is your onboard computer hardware. Through it, you grasp all the love and goodness, godness that surrounds you. So here, There's much more deeper knowledge to this sentence. This will be a great question to ask our masters with whom we are communicating. This sentence was not simply put here. Know that, right? It's for all of us to know the deeper knowledge behind it. So instead of nervous system, it would have chosen your pineal gland, something else. Why specifically they chose only this system out of all? There's a much bigger reason for that. We need to dig more and know more why they have used this nervous system here instead of other things. So in this entire book, all the words, everything is chosen so carefully that is why we have to read and reread so that we can get to that point. Why it is saying, it is simply put here, but there's much more to it. We need to know that. And that too, in this chapter itself, learning from the masters. So we can very much learn from the masters why this has mentioned here. So then, furthermore, Babaji says, you learn to transcend the very reason of the body, the here and now, time and space. That we have to transcend from here. That's the reason we have chosen this place in time. In reality, so this is why we have given this beautiful course called Unified Practices we have given, so we can realize that beautiful process happening within us. There's a big science behind it, why we are here like this, why the certain things are functioning in our body. There's much more to learn. There's a lot to discover ourselves. So to transcend, this is why you need to communicate and talk and learn what they are saying, why we are here, why this is the body has this, all the systems inside. No more. To transcend, to know more, right? In reality, you are a body of light without boundaries, right? Without boundaries. That's what we are. We are permeating everywhere. We are that light. In reality, that's what we are. That same thought, the first stir, that's what we are. Yet, in that body of light, you are unique and an individual manifestation of God, good. At the center of your being, you're more concentrated form of light. But your own light permeates all of creation. This paragraph explains it more evidently that at the center of your being, that is your heart center, your more concentrated form of light. As you stir your love, this is the love, as you stir your love, you permeate to all of the creation. You become that light. Then you are everywhere present by your all knowing intelligence, right? That's how you gain. The body of light is your higher self. So that abundance of knowledge, that wisdom of everything else is your higher self. And that body of light, that wisdom is your higher self. It is more brilliant, more stunning, more beautiful, and more brighter than you can imagine with physical eyes. And it has colors not yet perceived. It's truly the full glory of that is God. And all that is you. This is my favorite paragraph. It describes so beautifully and it gives such inner joy to know that, wow, it's so amazing. The brilliance, it's stunning, it's so beautiful. That's what we are. Flower of heaven in full bloom. It's truly the full glory that is God and all that is you. God Himself is more beautiful, is no more beautiful and no more extensive because you are made in the image of God. That light is reality. Anything perceived at less than the full value of that light is most of a reflection of it. So that is your limited self reflection. But in reality, you are that abundant, beautiful, more brighter than the sun, more vibrant colors which your eyes cannot even perceive. When you are limited, you can see only the colors which are existing here. When you go beyond, they are beautiful colors. Your aura is so bright, so vibrant, that is expands. That is what your expansion is. That you can see through the colors because God is experiencing through you. He has stirred and created so He can expand through you because you are His light. Your expressions, your experiences are the love's expansion. And God is love. His expansion is you, and your experiences are His expansion. That's what it is in reality. And it explains beautifully furthermore about the great telescope, how the reflection we can see the entire cosmos in that small reflection. So now we are just seeing that that small reflection is us because we are limiting ourselves. But go beyond that and see you are that entire cosmos. That's what you are. That's what this book is making you realize. So in the para which I read, right, because you are made in the image of God, the light is a reality. Anything perceived at less than the full value of that light is at most a reflection of it. So you're limiting to being just a telescope. You're just confining yourself to this vehicle. But look beyond. Beyond this mirror, you are the cosmos. That's what you are. You are permeating everywhere. Your light is everywhere. So, by the systematic and daily practices of these lessons, you have begun to see the light of yourself. Even if just a reflection, it is a glimpse of what is truly you. What is your nature? This course is the telescope or your ever expanding awareness of your heaven. Your heaven. What truly is your expansion? This course is teaching. Just the like the telescope example. Practicing this course, you're just getting the glimpses of that light you are. Just the way they say, as you keep meditating, right? When you meditate 2 years together, then that you adapt that meditation and you become that meditative state. You will start living in that meditative state that you don't have to meditate anymore. That's what the great masters do. They start with the meditation and they become that meditation. They be in that meditative state all the time. Just like that, by practicing this unified course, keep on doing it, you will become that unified. You will be in that unified state ever. Then you don't need to specifically sit, clear your aura, send light. You don't have to intentionally do it. It just happens involuntarily. It happens on its own. That is the aim. That is why we are doing it multiple times. We need to keep doing it until we reach there. That is what we are aiming for. Right? Keep practicing. You become that brilliance of light. You become unified. You realize your true being. You become those practices. Then you don't have to specifically do anything. You will be unified. Your light is light, weightless. It defies gravity. It floats and permeates everywhere. It is not pulling you down. It's lifting you up. It's letting you expand. That is your light. That is your knowledge. It guarantees you oneness with all. When you're ever expanding, when you're everywhere present, What is that? You're in touch with everything else. Everything else, you know about everything else. And you gain that knowledge. And where is the difference then? When you be in oneness with all. Even your awareness of one ray of your light is enough to tell your whole story. Just one ray of that perfect laser light tells its whole story. And just one section of hologram gives its whole picture. This natural phenomenon repeats itself for you until you learn it. It keeps coming up, keeps coming back, keeps coming. Know just one of your light ray, so you can realize that. That's how much love is there for you. So you can learn, keep coming back to you, and you know your whole self till you know that, till you realize that one ray has within it all truth, all knowledge, all God's perfection, all love, all of God's qualities. Right? Many of God's children know their true nature and live the light. Some never lost contact with it. They never separated themselves from their source. Others have returned to their true state in much the same way that you are returning whenever whatever their history, they are helping you in every way. You let them. You let them. When you let them help you, they will help you. You resist, they cannot. Focus on the sentence here. Others have returned to their true state in much the same way that you are returning by practicing this course. As I mentioned earlier, just like you live in meditative state, they are living in unified state. They transcend it. They become that unified. That's where we are all heading to. No one is left behind. We all are going there. You choose this path or some other path, but we are going there. The important thing is to remember that they are same as you. There's no difference. When the first step, that light came, when we are part of it, how can somebody be, the great masters be different from us? They are same as us. Of course, their awareness is complete, right? This is the differing factor. Awareness is complete. But they know that they are bodies of light made in God's image. They know that. They are full of wisdom, full of knowledge. And they are made in the image of God. They don't doubt themselves because they have become that unified. They live their full potential, right? They know what all they can do. They have learned it. And they are living in their full potential. So it's very important to grasp that. They are same as you. The next further on, so bringing mankind back to wholeness, that's what they are doing, of making all of mankind unified with this mankind's higher selves. So we are becoming that unified by being our full potential, by unifying with the higher self, with the complete knowledge, which permeates everywhere. So we're becoming light. So these masters are living fully with their bodies of light. Their presence with or without a body brings an upliftment. Love pulsates everywhere. You have to focus here. Love pulsates everywhere. That is why in the initial chapters, feeling the pulsation is so important. Those are the stepping stone, right? Feeling the pulsation is so important that it is your vibrational form. As you expand, it will not stay just in your heart center. It will go beyond that. It is breaking its limits and coming out, and creates a big auric field, a magnetic pull. That's why all these great masters, why people flock to them, why they feel so attractive, because they have that pull. They have gone beyond their heart center. That pulsation, that connection to the source has gone beyond their body. Now it has come around them and even more expanding. So as it pulsates, that's how we sense it. Like love senses love. Love pulls love. That's why we get pulled to it, because we can recognize that love and we want to be unified with that. How we are like desire to unify with our higher self, with that love, because we recognize that. We started recognizing it by practicing this, by being in our heart center and feeling that pulsation. That is why these practices are so important, that you should keep on doing it, so that it just doesn't stay in your limits. It will break and go beyond. So this week, lesson is to expand communication, to include one or two of these masters who are pulsating with love. So as you are expanding, the love can recognize that love. The pull can recognize the pull very easily. That is why this practice came in the end. Why this came? With learning from the masters in the end. So you can master all these courses to reach here. So you can expand your horizons. You can permeate. So you can sense that love. This is the true channel which you're connecting to, your true love. So you can recognize it. That pulsation can tell you that, yes, this is the correct channel. Why this practice came in the end. So you can permeate the light, so you can expand your wisdom. No doubt they are the reason that you found this course appealing. We keep sending the signal, keep pulsating. Now we are able to recognize that, because they're clearing our channel, we're dusting off the dust, whatever we accumulated, so that we can have a clear vision and we can sense it. When you can sense it, when you come out from this tiny physical body, from your limited perspective to your vaster perspective, then only you can sense that. So keep doing this, keep unifying yourself even more. So no doubt that the reason this course is appealing. Furthermore, during your quiet period, ask your higher self if there is a master who wants to communicate with you. If you get a no signal, try again. The conditions may be more favorable. When you get a yes, ask the master to feed you his or her name. Still, at this stage, we have to go through our higher self only through our higher self, because that is your trusted channel. Beyond that, we still don't know what is what. We haven't gone to that expansion yet. So, whoever you're connecting with, always connect through your higher self, because that is your correct source. Further on, from here on, wherever you're getting a channel, always first connect to your higher self, then receive that. Make this a habit, make this a process to whatever channeling you're getting. So ask your higher self using the yes or no signal. You may also ask to have the name spelled for you. So using the movement of yes and no signal, and tap the alphabets. So this is why they were given so many other resources other than communicating with your higher self like you usually do. They've given so many others, like the pendulum one, the alphabets on the board. This is why. So you can expand your wisdom, not only just through, if this one channel is not letting you get your what you are trying to perceive, then use the other way to do it. There are n number of ways. you can receive your message. So try all alternatives until you get that confidence that, yes, I am connected, I am receiving. Keep trying one or the other way. But the best way is just in your quiet period so that we can build that capability so it can easily flow through you. Wherever you are, it should prompt you, whichever environment you are in, whatever you're going to pursue, whatever steps you're going to take. It have to naturally come to you. Your innate knowledge should prompt you. No, this is not good for you. Yes, this is good for you. Proceed this way. Don't proceed this way. Do this. Don't do that. It should naturally prompt you. So we need to exercise that in your quiet period a lot. Keep doing, keep doing. Trust me, it will come to you. It will come to you. Not this time, later, but it will come. That is what we are meant for, to expand, to permeate, to gain that knowledge. So it will happen no matter what. Just have to trust and do it. Keep doing it. That's all. Then ask masters to give you a signal and sit comfortably, relax, and wait for it. And check that signal with your higher self and your yes and no signal. When you have a clear, verified signal, you can then communicate. Always, 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 always through your higher self and nobody else. So do this every day this week. You may make contact with more than one, but it doesn't matter. All the masters are wholly one with the light and love. They all speak the same truth. They're going to tell the same thing, no matter who they are. So, one word of caution is always appropriate. Have your higher self signal the beginning of your quiet period and throughout the communication until the master signal takes its place. Always employ all the other safeguards against unwanted influences. So until you become unified, we should keep practicing all the practices as we have instructed to do so. So I enjoyed a lot yesterday reading this chapter. I was getting a lot of headaches. I was sick actually, but this morning I'm so good, happy. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. If you want to add anything, PTG Shaileshi, to this, please go ahead.
Feels like just keep reading.
Yeah.
And we have been this year, it has been little different because we are doing it in Hindi and English. So in both the languages, I think it is somewhat planned to make, grasp deeper, grasp more. And that's what I could see with these practices. So it feels like new. We read it in Hindi and then English, even guidance. So our aura cleansing affirmation. Now in any time, it's like no language. It just automatically starts when and not when. We don't know. But really enjoyed the way you read the chapter. I was just going in meditation. Thank you so much, Kirti.
Yes, I have nothing more to add as well. Yeah, you did it so beautifully, very comprehensively. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your wisdom. Thank you.
More than words, there are always energies behind. So, that experience, Kirti has been doing it for so long. I mean, she's been my mentor. So I'm just grateful to her because she comes here and gives her time, although sometimes it's very difficult for her to manage. But we are really fortunate to have her. Thank you, Kirti.
It's other way around. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Let's start the meditation. Shaileshi, please share the music and pin yourself.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Let's sit comfortably. Relax yourself. Know that you're taken care. Always, always. No matter what. You're always surrounded by that love. You just let go of everything and relax. As always, focus on your heart center. It is the basis of your beautiful love. All your attention on your heart center. Contains all the potential which you are. So be there until you feel your own love pulsating. Feel your vibration. Take your time. This is why we are given the space and time. So you can realize, sense it, go beyond, feel your vibration. Let's stir this love. Expand. Let this magic of love permeate. As we expand, let's close our aura to all except our higher self. All uninvited influences in my aura. The love and light, the hole in your heel. You all have perfect place to go. And I request my higher self take you there in peace. Release all your thoughts. Let go. I close my aura to all except my higher self. As you keep living your love, it's expanding all around you. Let's recognize the first state's qualities. When we say God, God is love. And out of that first stir of love came the light. So let's send the love and light to all the thought forms around us. as you expand. Now let's request for the signal from our higher self. My beautiful higher self, please give me a signal now. Just relax. Let it happen to you. A ray of light. Let it enter. Give it gentle touch of love. Beautiful love. Another expression is God. God is love. God is light. God is peace. God is gentleness. This joy, ever expanding. Everywhere present. God is all-knowing intelligence. God is the brilliance of light. God is beautiful. Non-judgmental. Perfect. I am made in the image of God. Therefore, I am love. I am light. Radiance of light. Most stunning, beautiful, vibrant, perfectly made. Yes, I am ever expanding. Emitting the love. Crossing the horizons. Breaking the limits. I am limitless and everywhere present. I am capable of everything. Perfectly made. I am the perfection. I am the creator. I am the abundance of knowledge. I am completely unified because I am the love. That is my true nature. And I feel that in every part of me. I am whole. I am complete. In your expansion, beyond your limits. Unlock all the potentials. True divinity. In most beautiful flower is what you are. This is the truth. Everything else is mere reflection. You're filled, that's it. Go beyond your limits. Share your love, your magic potion. And expand your light. When you seek, you will be received. And go beyond. As you expand, as limitless knowledge in you to access. Expand. Have your magic potion and let it pop. Let your love go beyond the physical. Let us request a beautiful light, brilliance, our higher self. I love my higher self. Please tell me if any masters are present to communicate with me. Let that beautiful beam of light touch you and give you your signal. And to get your signal, let's ask our brilliance of light, our love, our higher self to give the name of yet another expression of love. Just relax, let it come to you. Can be anything. So be open. Remember, you are beyond your limits. You are stirring that portion, and you have expanded. You are seeking. Let beautiful love express itself in the form of a name. If you feel like writing it, write the name. Request your higher self. The name giving to you. Is the one that you have to communicate with. And have you received it? with full love. Wait for your yes or no signal. If it is no, just send love and light all the thought forms around you. Try again. And if you have received yes signal from your higher self, ask beautiful love, the beam of light, is come in contact with you, give you a signal so you can recognize them. Once you receive the signal, ask for the message they have for you. As you receive the message, write it down and ask your higher self, whether you were in love while receiving it. Because if you are in love, then whatever comes through you will be love. Ensure a yes or no signal. Ask, beautiful love which has come to you to communicate. Is there anything more you need to learn to know? If it is completed, pay your gratitude to this beautiful beam of brilliance of light has come to you. Expand your horizons with this beautiful knowledge. Pay your heartfelt gratitude. This yet another beautiful expression of love. Thank beautiful higher self. Its lovely guidance. And in helping you carry your love for your expansion. In the epitome of love, brilliance of light and wisdom, your higher self is you. Pay gratitude. Spread this magic potion everywhere. anyone, anything, because you're limitless. You're ever expanding. Your love permeates everywhere. That is beyond your concentrated form. You're immersed in this. So is everyone around you. Your pulsation, your magnetic pull has gone beyond your physicals. Keep expanding. Wherever your thought goes, your love is flowing there. Don't limit yourself. You're much bigger than this earth, than this universe, than this cosmos. You are that expansive. Feel that. Be in this beautiful state. This bliss. Slowly. Get back your awareness. Beautiful light. The physical body. Feel the pulsation. Send this love whoever you want to send in this moment. You have already drenched everything in this love. Close your heart to all except your higher self. Slowly come back to your heart center. Know that everything is at your reach. When you seek, it will be given. Slowly wiggle your toes. Unclasp your hands. Rub your palms against each other and gently place them over your eyes. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Open your eyes and pay gratitude to Mahavatar Babaji, Roger, beautiful unified course, all the energies have united here, all the loves which are inspiring us, physical and non-physical. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Kirti. Thank you for such a beautiful guidance. And it was awesome. I just wrote. And I hope it's for many of you. If you have written anything, please share. Take your time, drink some water, and come back. Enjoy this newness every time we go in this state. There's something new we bring in. Just something by the time you guys are waking up, I'm just sharing a few things I remembered before the session, that the light that we see in kids' eyes, the infant's eyes, the growing toddlers, and their masters, we see that light in their eyes. We see their beautiful eyes wide and open, willing to see with much more clarity. So that openness that we perceive through their eyes. So we see the light in the eyes that sees everything. So it is somewhat connecting to that one line I wrote yesterday, that this eyes is just limited. It can see only certain thing, but the one who is seeing is unlimited. He is been seeing and seeing and seeing. So that light is visible when we look into somebody's eyes. We could see that the person is uh, not in fear, not. It's just expression of divine, that self. Even in animal size, the puppies, babies, animals, they look so divine because the beauty is in their eyes. Anybody would like to share what they wrote?
The meditation was really, really very deep and very connecting, very touching. So I hope everyone felt the depth of this entire knowing. The message in this chapter is really profound. And now in this chapter, since we are learning about being the light, many of you must be getting the thought of gurus. Gurus are seen as light, right? Most of us think that way. And I see that there is a big post also by Mamtaji in the group as well, chat group, about her renewed understanding of a guru from this. So I would like to make a few suggestions to this idea, the thought. This was something, let me go back to my younger days when we were very fond of riding the motorbikes. Young boys, they just love to ride motorbikes. And so we used to be very vigilant on which motorbike is the best. In my younger days, there were only three, maybe four different types of motorbikes that were available, not like today. So we had a Rajdoot, we had a Yazdi, we had a Bullet, and there was one more, something else. And we used to keep comparing which one of the bikes is good. And then one day, one of my colleagues, I had just started working at that time, and I had a very small Rajdoot, that Bobby in the bike in the movie called Bobby, that little bike, I had that one. And so we used to be talking about this, and then one of my colleagues, another young man like me, he said, well, to me, a bike is only as good as the driver of the bike. If your little Rajdoot is driven by an expert rider, he will beat everybody else. So the credit is not of the bike, the credit is of the rider. This example just got revived in my head as I read Mamtaji's note here in our chat group. So our dedication to Guru needs to be seen in the right light. A guru is only as good as the student is. If the student is not a good listener, Guru's teachings are meaningless. He may be a wonderful knower, maybe a wonderful enlightened being, but if the student is not ready, if the student is not open to learn, student is not ready to listen or change, then Guru's teachings have no meaning. This is a really important aspect that we all tend to forget. That ownership is still mine. I can't throw the ownership onto a guru. I take ownership of my own spiritual development. Very, very important, right? So your emotions will tend to put you in that wrong track. Your dedication to the guru, your bhakti of the guru and everything will just push you down a lane where you will just be remaining under the same darkness that you started with. So we are on the track to light our own lamp. Guru is within is what we are learning. But even that Guru within is only as good as I want it to be. Right? If I am not listening to my own Guru from within, if I am not acting on what I am learning, then that Guru will be just like a background music. Right? So just know that. Being aware, being absolutely aware of this aspect is extremely important. We should not lose track of this one. This is what came through when Kirti was guiding, and I suddenly opened my eyes and I had this on my screen, this thing from Mamta ji on the screen, and I read through it. I don't know, there is something in me that kind of reads between the lines also and behind the lines also. So probably I read too much in that message, but the ultimate end result was that what I shared with you. A guru is only as good as the student is.
And the next I was wanting to share was, the line that if we want to learn physics, we go to a physics teacher. If we want to learn maths, we go to a maths teacher. So here we are coming to the master who are light. So we are learning to be light. And in my life, there was no as such guru, but I realized that I never understood the concept itself. And after coming to Unified, my understanding was just like, it was just like opened immediately, instantly. The moment I learned about that all-knowing intelligence, that consciousness, that unified field from where everything came, first love and then its expression, everything started from there. So I wrote about that. I would like to read it. It may not be very appropriate, but the message is beautiful. So you and Guru, the chapter reminds us that we all are same, only the awareness, they are fully awakened, their awareness is complete. And it's a journey. That's how we learn. So even today, while opening the session, I just got to remember this unified field and what it is. So that's what the poem is about. It was like a poem. So unified field, the field of love. So now what I have written, but okay, let me try. So beautiful and vibrant. Light emanates from love. So all is one. All is love at this field. From here we start our journey. As love starts to walk as light. So we walk as light to find our limits. At the field we are concentrated. The glory magnifies as we walk to the edges of the what we call universe. Farther we go, the love pulls more. The field is all covered with love and light. It has been discovered now. The light became the sound, which is transparent in itself. Again came the stirring, where love manifested as sound. The first song is the hum in the universe. The voice of God made our ears. We listen to become, although we walked far, has made us slow. We want to stop and just be, to experience all that is. We got this body from the field. Music sounded like thunder at times. To muster God's love, we created fear. It dimmed our light, was an experience. But it doesn't change the truth. We are all one. The love, the light, the field. To know the joy, this game was fun. Just like when lost just like when lost is found. And a new journey has begun. Journey now is to just be. All is well and all that is. A plan by thought, we call it God's thought. Designed by love. For love, love to grow. For love and love to grow. So it reminded me that field where we grow something, right? So we produce more and more. So the field is there to produce more love, to grow more love. Now we know the field. So just be the love, live just as you live, God. So I was just enjoying. I don't know who gave the message, but it started just flowing, and I was noting it. So it reminded me, the sound. And then when I wrote, I really literally found that speed of sound is lesser than light. That comparison we learned. So it's all group energy. Things are pushed.
But each one of us is capable of downloading deep knowledge like you have done it, right? So each one of us is capable of downloading that knowledge if we are open to receiving it. Yeah.
At the end, I just sat down to just know the name. But then Kirti was just doing gratitude to Masters, Babaji and Roger. So
Yeah.
it started flowing very beginning of the meditation. Even in the beginning, before opening the session, I was connected, I guess. Today it was.
So what is the lesson learned? Always ask the name before you start talking.
I don't want to share. That's the biggest takeaway from unified. No name attached, just be unified and all is well. So it's like complimenting
Actually,
what you shared from Mamtaji, right?
till date, I don't get names. I only get love.
Uh,
When I ask what's your name, it says love. So what it is, that is what it is. Everything came from there.
It plays with your mind, Kirti. You were doing gratitude to Babaji and Roger. So who else it was? Like I was asking and you were saying. So that's how I get my message.
Also, we have to understand that the masters connect with us based on our state level of consciousness, right? So, your consciousness is at a level where names don't matter anymore, right? So, they are just saying, okay, forget about that question. Let's proceed, that's the kind of discussion. You are just not concerned where that is coming from. I am interested in the knowledge. Give me the knowledge. That's what
It
it is.
is very profound to realize, how things works. It has been an experiment for a human being to realize how things work. So we created God, we created faith and belief and all that. It was just like we were doing some kind of training. So there's a realization or understanding of this unified field or consciousness. It is not outside. Outside is only a reflection. So it's in our heart, whatever we write. Just check yourself throughout the day. There are thoughts of fear, there are thoughts of all sorts. Do you want to really see that in your life? Do you want to experience uh, more of such things? And then no, there's no more, no more needed, And right then I go and fix, just by fixing my thought, I change that impression that I created inside, because I don't want to create that anymore. That maybe that judgment. For last 2 days, I am getting this continuous message about being non-judgmental. And I've been sharing also, right? So this one quality takes away all our God qualities, and that's why we are not able to realize that I am love and I am light. But then just today, I got this clarity. See what you have. The truth can never be changed, that you are love, you are light, you are all-knowing intelligence. These are the qualities of unified field. So you can never be separate from it. So just see what you have and it will grow. Do not worry about the judgments. It has been your habit and your, you have lived it for so long, it will fade away. The more you live love, the more other things will fade away. That is not the truth. So live the truth that you are love. That is the fundamental root of everything. So and the way to live is, I just ask how to live that. So now you just be. Your journey is at this point. You just be. Do not be fearful. See, knowing, expanding awareness is seeing one thing with some space to learn more, understand more. Maybe I'm just seeing the one side of the coin and there's another side there to reveal, right? So give time, take time. That's what we are doing. So we are slowed down. We have slowed down so much that we are just taking time to, grasp this, to enjoy this, to impress it in that consciousness field. So that love is growing as we are growing, that field is growing, expanding to the infinity.
Shall we hear Vandana ji?
Atmavandan, everybody. So, so many days I was just getting signal and I was not getting any message. And today, not in this session, but in the afternoon session, Monilji was taking the meditation and I was there. So I got the signal also and I got connected to a master also. And it was Hanumanji and he gave me a message on strength and courage. Yeah. So it's all in Hindi. But last year, in fact, I was getting so many messages. This year I was wondering that why I'm not getting. And then today at last I got, and like Preeti was saying that, are you in fear or something? So I was, like introspecting, really, is something going on? And then the message came, just give your love and light, spread your love and light. So whole day that chant was going on of love and light. And then I was able to connect with the master today.
Yeah.
And the last line of that message was also that spread your love and light.
Beautiful.
So just
nice.
wanted to
Thank
share
you.
this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vandaji.
Neha ji, would you like to talk about this message you have written here? Excuse me. Neha ji got a message that why we say light is revealed. We never say light is hidden. That means light is there. It's just waiting to be seen. Right? And this is the meaning of the word manifestation. What manifestation is? Revelation of something that was not being seen. That is manifestation. So everything that exists got created with one thought of God. It got created. All that we call past, present, future, everything got created right there. The only difference is we were not able to see. It was not revealed to everyone. The revelations happen based on our state. That's what we started calling manifestation. So this is a true understanding of manifestation. And also what is mentioned in our book, right, somewhere much earlier, is that everything is available to us but is not owned by us. The meaning of this sentence is this only: everything is available to me, it's there, right? Only I have to take it. I have to be ready to receive it. And that will happen with my alignment and my thought. It will manifest. So think about it like people have this doubt in the mind, well, how can I manifest a car? I can't create a car. I never create a car. I only get a car. I can buy it, I can get a gift or what, in whatever way, shape or form, but I always receive it. I don't create a car, right? Likewise, so everything in the universe that I experience has been made available based on my manifestation. I mean, like, think about it. When people move, I moved from India, I uprooted my complete existence in India and moved to Canada, right? Within my entire family, everything around me changed. And I owned none of it. It was just a shift, a change, right? That is the understanding of manifestation. In manifestation, we just don't create things. We just receive, we reveal whatever is there. We just reveal, and then it's available to me. Now it's up to me to take it or not. The same thing happens. The same thing is true for knowledge also. What we call as knowing is actually revelation. The knowledge exists. We have all known this, right? Through the heart we connect to all-knowing intelligence. That means there is somewhere everything is known. We connect to it and we receive what we want to know. That's a revelation. So this entire experiencing, the concept of experiencing to me is nothing else but just a series of revelations, one after the other. Everything, the life unfolds in most amazing ways. We only have to have, yeah.
We call it all-knowing intelligence, though, and it is just, today Kirti was guiding light is wisdom. So it is that wisdom gained by us is impressed in that field. So it is not coming from outside or in heart of God, it's a secret. It's not like that. It is our own journey.
Yeah.
People who have walked so far, and there's only one truth, that everything is that reflection. Today in the guidance also, she was continuously mentioning that everything is merely just a reflection. The truth is somewhere else. And that truth is, there's no camera taking pictures like a 3D form, but it is there in that abstract, in that, what do you call it, encrypted format, that encryption is only for human mind, but not in truth.
Yeah. So slowly we have to expand our knowing of the self. Right? Knowing of the self, I can tell you the symptoms that you will begin to see that you are knowing yourself, is that the symptoms will be that you will start becoming independent of others. You will then, when you begin to trust your own existence, then you start becoming independent of others. That others includes even God. Because to us, the God is other, right? That independence will bring us to that state where we then know, well, everything is just me. Today, probably since we are in the last day of the last chapter, let me now talk about the Atma and Paramatma. I have kept my mouth shut so far on that topic. So the word Atma, most people think of it like a thing, like an object, something, some existence, right? Atma. Now, the word is actually Atma, not Atma. The word is Atma. And what do you call it in English? Self. So in this book, we have talked about the word self. But in translation, I avoided it. In translation, I avoid it because there are connotations to that word in our mind. So essentially, when you say self, it means the Atma, the me. And when you say Paramatma, what is the meaning of that? Atma and the Param, right? That is the higher self. In English, I can call it higher self. Why not, right? So we have been all along talking about the higher self and self without attaching the words which have a different meaning, because the word Paramatma to me creates separation in my mind. Somebody else, something else, some other existence. Here we are learning that that's just me only. The 90% of that iceberg which I do not see, that is what is the higher self. It is totally me, integrated, integral, one. I only don't see that part. Right? When you put on clothes, you don't see your entire body. It doesn't mean that it's not there. It's part of you, right? It's just hidden behind the clothes. Same way. So we, in this entire book, we have all along learned about the same Atma and Paramatma through a different viewpoint. Essentially, the primary learning from this is that I am responsible for every damn thing in my life. Nobody else, because there is nobody else.
Here, this chapter particularly, it integrates that separation that is made in chapter 2, right? So it says somewhere that if God has to walk on earth, it has to take some body, and that's your body. So that that union is already made in this chapter. But we really need to read and reread to grasp the hidden, the other side of what Babaji is mentioning. He has not written that you are God. It's still written in some other word, not the 3 word, but
Right.
he's written it in some other way, just because people have inhibitions with that concept.
I want to call it inhibition also, because basically it is our education. Education in the sense like our beliefs that God created without our permission. Those beliefs, we didn't invite them, they just came, right? They were part of our growing up, right? And they are so firmly rooted within us, it's very, very difficult to uproot them. I can tell you that, like, it's literally a very big task to uproot some of those things, and that's the reason why I really enjoyed certain things in this book, for this reason only, that talking about the same thing but using different words, so our biases are removed.
It's the same word, you can say, other thing will fade out. You just connect with this truth. Many people had initially this conflict or difficulty to understand Atma is Nirguna, and we are saying that I am love, I am light. So that can only be understood if we are open to walk this far. Just see what life you are living, and what are you seeking, and how you are satisfied by just being you. And who will come and fix? Master do not repeat things. They keep creating newer version of themselves to guide us They only come to guide us, but we try to make a murti and put it somewhere just to, maybe for a reminder, maybe for something, but still it has to be impressed here in our heart.
Exactly. Yeah. So I am unloading now
Minit ji,
for today.
you want to meet this less? We want to meet more than this.
Yeah. So
Not in 15 days.
yeah, tomorrow we will talk more about this, what we are likely to do further. Yesterday we have sort of um, consolidated our thinking as to how do we remain connected after the program ends. So
Okay, so for that there will be one condition. Just now I realize all the windows has to be open. Or at least something from somebody.
yeah,
Really. It's like really I want to be part of it.
yes. So we will continue to have at least one session per week for each group, right? So one session for English group and one session for Hindi group. We will continue to have that till we see that there is sufficient interest in continuing. Right? So that's one thing we are doing, and then there are other things we are working on that we will slowly and gradually let you guys know about it. Earlier, I think earlier, maybe a couple of days ago, we talked about that the yes and no practice sessions. I will set that up as well, and dates I will finalize and let you know. Not too far in the future, very soon after we finish, and then we will also do our regular through our regular weekly sessions. If there is need for clarification or clarity on certain aspects, we can set up more sessions as needed, right? I am very flexible on that. And whatever you guys feel need for, I will create such of those opportunities. So just be aware that we want to continue to help you, support you in your mission. We fully understand that it's not really a simple 6-month course that can change things everywhere, because we have deep rooted thoughts, right? So just be part of it. Allow the change to come through in as easy a way as possible. The easier it is for the change to set in, the more sustainable it becomes, right? It will stay with you. If you force it, if you push it, it will temporarily be there and then vanish again, right? So allow the change to come and sink in slowly and gradually. You will not even know when things have changed completely, automatically.
Only
So
we need some reminder, and this group is for that purpose. So reminder to just now, like I'm seeing Sheelamji, I can see more of love, So that
yeah,
reminder we have to put ourselves that whatever I'm doing, I will remember. Even if I'm doing my dishes, I am successful dishwasher. So,
yes,
so that kind of reminder is all that we need to be at our heart space. And because our mind takes precedence, still it takes a lot of time. So we just have to keep reminding ourselves. That's the purpose we are all here.
you mentioned dishwasher. I suddenly remembered how we unknowingly did things. So when I came to Canada with our family, we came across a thing called dishwasher. In India, I didn't have. In India, our dishwasher was a mai. We call it mai, right? The lady who comes and washes the dishes. So in India, we used to call it mai. So when we came here, we started calling the dishwasher mai. So to me, it was not a machine. It was a being just like the lady who used to come there. And that created in me a very different relationship with the machine. Just because I always would say my. Okay, is the my ready to do the job, right? Have you filled in everything? All that kind of thing. And that just now when Preeti said, I am a successful dishwasher, it reminded me of that okay, I am just not a machine, right? I am a being who is alive, who can do the dishes beautifully. So that's what it reminded me of. Relationship depends on our context always, how we address it. That's why I am very particular about words, using the words, because they mean something in everyone's mind. Yeah.
And also, like we talk very casually, so just keep yourself open to express, because that's the purpose. Where will we learn something that I don't know? It's easy for me to be behind the camera, but what am I getting out of it? You just open the camera, try to participate, interact. You see the difference. Many times I thought that, while guiding the meditation, I will turn off my camera. But I don't know what stops me. I could never do that. If I have to open my eyes, read the affirmation, because sometimes you go that deep that you do not remember anything still. Then also it's okay. I mean, it's not because that I am opening or reading the affirmation, but I want to really guide you, right? It's more important for me to guide you than than me meditating myself. But the energies are so high usually. But still, I mean, while guiding the meditation, we are all idle, just saying something or,
Yeah.
expressing.
Yeah.
It's really not needed to have the camera open. But I don't know, for some reason, I have never been able to do that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel your
Yeah.
presence. So,
Just a small question here,
Yeah.
Sandhya.
Mm.
Uh, Actually, in every meditation, the minute I send love out, I feel lots of love coming back to me. None of our meditations is that stated. Is there any reason? But for me, it becomes automatic. If I just don't know, I feel like, and especially maybe after yesterday's light, earlier so the particle is a light source, and whatever you send out are the waves. So that's why I call it the wave particle duality. Anyway, that's a physics term also. But the minute I send out something, it's waves, and they can go up to infinity.
Yes.
And just imagine every, can I use bad words? Every goddamn thing in the universe is sending back. So I'm going to be I'll have to brace myself to feel that amount of love. So that is why after meditation, for half an hour, I go into a zone where I don't even want to open my mouth. I'm like, why are people talking? Sorry for that bad way. I don't mean to stop any of you talking, but you're in a zone, you're feeling so much of love.
Yeah.
Let me be.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
so,
you
Yes.
truly defy the definition of a physicist. I always used to tell Shailesh that, we meditate for 1 hour and we talk for 2 hours. What? Then I get to realize that that is when we are open to receive. So the more we hear, the more we receive.
okay, thank you. So I don't have to
Yeah.
feel bad that I don't talk, or rather, I
No.
don't want to
No.
talk. I used to feel,
No.
what's wrong with me? Why am I not even inclined to open my mouth? Okay, let them
And
talk, kind of. But
But that
that
way you are learning to listen without, you wanting to speak out or interrupt or say
yeah,
question,
but
anything.
I'm a counselor by profession also. So anyway, that's my birthright, I'll say.
you are a professional listener.
I'm a professional listener.
God particle.
But yeah, oh yeah, that's okay. That's the other thing. But seriously, doesn't I can feel even love coming out of stones, you know. So I think at some stage you just we're like, okay, just keep shut and keep just be.
I shared this in English in Hindi group, that one day I had to prepare about this chapter. I had to share next day. So I was listening the audio of this chapter and while walking. It was night and it was dark outside with some street light. The paragraph, it started with God is light, and so everything, it permeates everything. So anything that is less than the value of light is also light. It's everything is that. And as I'm listening to that, my eyes went to the stone, and it was shining. you know there was some mica in it, maybe. So it was like glowing, and that is when it was like expressing, see, I am light. Just by that spark, it was saying me that, see, I am light, I'm not a stone. And I stopped then and I looked at one, and it was like a smiling face on that stone with two glowing eyes and a scar making a smiling face. I just said, thank you for expressing that. And then I moved forward and I wanted to see if there are more stones such, but there were none. It was just only at that particular space where I was listening to something related to light and everything. It was just expressing itself, just giving me that first-hand experience that, okay, don't think I'm not this stone.
So this to me is the best way of saying you create your own reality.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you are in that zone, you're getting that reality.
Yeah.
Had you been in the angry zone,
You won't see.
this was like when in college, I still remember every time the professor shouted at us, we would be like, "आज ये बीवी से झगड़ के आया है," kind of.
That's the fun part of being at school,
Yeah. Without realizing that, okay, I'm also probably manifesting an angry guy today. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Thank you.
just a request, one meditation, I hope someone says this, that after sending out light, just imagine what those things are reflecting back at you. That, that like overwhelming feel of love surrounding you is so awesome.
Yeah.
So, thank
For
you.
me, what happens is that it becomes one. So there is no give and take. It's like that constant, that
True.
state.
No, that is a normal state. But when you are actually sending out love, that stage, just imagine everything from the farthest corners of the world, of the universe. No, sorry, not world. So every galaxy and every particle in the galaxy
And
sending
that's
you back
what I
love.
think we practiced in chapter number 11 or 12, I guess. You're
Yeah.
sending love and you're receiving love. And it has to be
But
practiced. I think since chapter 2, we started doing that.
yeah, but that constant practice, because see, being in the constant state of love will come, provided we accept this love. And then I find that just like that give and take, we prefer giving rather than taking. It's a general
Yes.
attitude of the human body.
That's a very
yes,
good
yes.
suggestion, Sanjay.
Yes.
I will add that line in my meditation.
I'm so sorry. I
Because
didn't mean to teach you. I'm sorry.
no, it's not about teaching. That's what the feedback I've been asking, I think, and I got one today. So far, only one. Because the different people have different kind of feelings and expression, experiences they want, right? So it's good just to keep adding.
It also
you.
expands our perspective also, right? It expands our perspective that yes, be observant, observe, right? As an observer, if you have observed something and shared, all of us otherwise, I mean, like we also must be experiencing the same thing, but we are not aware. You are aware, so
Yes,
you
true.
can experience it, right? So same thing. So when we open our awareness to that receiving, we will experience it as well. So that's a very good suggestion.
And that's what
Thank
the
you, sir.
book emphasize on, practice giving love, practice it in your meditation. So I think in the chapter 11, I guess it says that, you feel that the heart, that love is flowing through your heart, and the core of the universe is you, from where the love goes to everything, so
Right.
when you go in that expansion, you just, expand, then that experience itself is at this state, that there is nothing else.
And
So,
Yeah.
but it's good for mind to, experience the receiving part. Send and
yeah,
receive. It's important for our
that's
mind.
so important that most of the complaints that people have is that, oh, they don't love me, right? And this complaint will vanish if you start experiencing love coming from everywhere. Then you will
Maybe
have
initially we
no
have
reason
to
to
just
complain.
pretend. Initially, you just pretend that mountain is
Yeah,
giving me love, the tree is giving me love. Just
yeah,
tell your mind, start telling your mind. It is a robot, it has to be programmed. We have to just change that program.
yeah.
So initially, you may have to just say it for months, but one day you will experience it happening.
Yeah. And then that going into the constant state of love, not state of love will be very easy.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
that will be true unification with the universe. It's not only within yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. The drop will dissolve.
Today, even Kirti gave a very beautiful reminders that initially we are feeling like, it's like learning car driving. Initially, we feel like we're doing a lot of practice by saying affirmation. If I am God, why it is needed, why this and that. But all these will make us like we are programming, right? And then the robot is one day a robot is programmed, and then just we. And many of times I don't even feel like closing my eye. Just even if I'm going outside in crowd, I just feel that calmness, that peace inside. So no need to say those affirmation. Sometimes when things change, then I ask myself, what should I do here? Do I say that I am love, I am light, or do I affirm for the person in front of me? Do I feel love more or do I radiate love? So that kind of experiment I will be doing when I am outside with friends in unknown places. So that is for all of us. Like we could, find different ways to um, make the quality of what we are, what we have become, what we have learned from the book.
Excellent. Thank you for this thought. It's so beautiful. Nehaji has also written here that you feel love because you are more receptive of love, which already exists in and out. Right? So, if you are receptive of love, you feel more love. Yeah. Love already exists. It's only our awareness on that love that brings the experience. Excellent. Okay. Good. So, anything more that needs to be discussed, or we can actually.
Tilamji, you didn't talk today. You're preparing for dinner. We are coming for
No,
breakfast.
I have to go somewhere. So I was just clear. Otherwise, night every time very late sleeping, finishing this. So as I was listening, I was just finishing the household chores so that I catch up some sleep.
Good,
No,
good.
I am really trying to understand. I know a couple of more readings are required for me to say anything. Now I'm in nursery school. You people are in high school, so I have to catch up those years.
You
Years
will be
and
there. Just
uh,
your
Dedication.
strength is your persistence. That is your strength.
no,
So
I'm not
just
going to quit at that. I am going to somehow see. My
yes.
inspiration is by Asha. She's the one who inspired me into this course. So I said, I can't leave it at this stage. Somehow I have to learn to find things.
Yeah.
So,
Slowly you will get there. Yeah.
mm,
Thank you.
And it's good that we take time because what we are, who we are, and when we
yeah,
put this light of unified, it says that this is a telescope. This book is a telescope for you to see your light. So we just need to see what I have been carrying and what is not letting me see the other side of it. So that is kind of enlightenment. Every day I find one, okay, my belief are this, and this kind of thought I carry. This personality has this kind of, beliefs and thoughts. So that will be refined. Do I really want to be anymore? And we don't even realize sometimes when the change happens. Just because we are reading, giving our mind this kind of thought. When we change, we do not know. It happens, but the consistency is the way that you already have. So you don't have to think.
This is the course I'm looking forward, and luckily I've got wonderful masters who are not getting fed up of us, but helping us to go on. So I will not leave it at that. I have to pursue at any cost.
You see, in fact, the reverse is happening. We are, instead of getting fed up, we are feeling more love for all of you.
Thank
See,
you. That's really
that's the
unique.
difference. The more you guys stay with the program, the more we feel love for you. See, this is one person who is really on the right track. They are going to reach one day. It doesn't matter when, but you are going to reach because you are on the path. Yeah,
So maybe because we are very lovable characters.
absolutely, you are. No doubt in my mind. Yes, each one of you is an image of God. Why will you not be lovable? There is no reason. You are an image of God, and I see God in each one of you.
Tell us something.
Yeah, like attracts like. So
Yes,
all of us are for sure love and light.
absolutely. Yes, thank you. You guys are just wonderful.
And
I
like,
feel blessed to be with all of you.
thank you, thank you.
And like Preeti ji said, when you're in a group and before you would judge by their clothes and this and that, now all I can do is love and light, that's all. Everybody is love and light. So it becomes into a beautiful, bright area where you enjoy rather than sit and compare or do, all this mind chatter.
The beautiful example of rainbow came perfectly because if you are one light, there are other light coming from the other side, then from the other light from the other side, and they're like on top of each other, right? They're not fighting who is on top, but they are just like that. So that's what group consciousness is. We are all coming together like this. So
And
now
that's
I
what we
walk
were
at
doing.
night, I'll see, the dark night and the shade of blue and the tree, which is darker, and the roof and the floor. It gives me that kind of, reminder always. So my mind is getting prepared for that kind of.
Beautiful, beautiful, Preeti ji, beautiful.
Before we used to just enjoy the red color or the white, yellow color and stuff. Now the rainbow, all of them are coming from that same light. It just passed through the prism to become all these different lights, different
So the
colors.
prism was needed like an obstacle.
Yes.
And that prism for us, that prism is our mind.
Yes.
It has this characteristic of subdividing anything into multiple so that you can individually identify, learn, and enjoy it. All aspects of the one thing. All aspects of the one thing, right? That's what this mind is.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing, Preeti ji and Shailesh ji, eating unified, sleeping unified, drinking unified, floating unified, breathing unified. There's nothing else, but everything is unified.
If I don't do that, I feel like, okay, something has happened.
Love everywhere is unified. Everybody is unified. So it has become nothing else. You talk only unified.
Yesterday, I got reminded you are not just here for this. You have your life. Somebody came surprisingly at night, and then till 11, I was cooking, cleaning things. Then, then this is where I was. Like, I was not doing unified. I was practicing that. I was wanting to leave it at some point, but somebody was guiding me to finish this, finish that, and then go.
Preeti ji, I'm sure you must be seeing unified as you're doing that also. You will not be quiet, for heaven's sake. I know for sure. Your
Yeah, but I
nose is
had some work I wanted to finish, which I could not. So that's why I said, okay. So then the message comes like this. You have your life too. You have to do that part also.
Good. Yeah, Ramaji, you can join. You can join the
Yes.
discussion.
Atmavandan to everyone. I have been the silent listener because in Toronto, it is working time when the session starts. So either I'm traveling, then I don't have signals, I get disconnected. So still, I really appreciate like there is something for me to take back every day, like a prasad. It triggers and I relish that and it makes my day. So I thought I should come and at least how many times I feel like, but I'm in a meetings, like I reached office, like only request for me would be, is there a way we can change the time when you have your future session so I can enjoy and participate actively in the sessions and share my experiences and what I feel. And the
Come on
other
weekends.
yeah,
Weekends are there.
in the weekends also, like I shouldn't complain, but I am enjoying the recordings for sure. But sometimes they're 3 hours, so it takes a longer time, to completely listen and then grab the point that we want. But I think somewhat I do connect. And I just wanted to share the recent one. I went for the 10-day Vipassana. I just came back Sunday. So I don't know what happened. I was missing both of you, Shailesh ji and Preeti ji. I felt like I didn't miss my family. It was like both of you in the sessions, like even though I don't participate, like I felt like there is something, oh my God, like everything was coming up. And then just now you said, right, like I don't have to meditate. Like I can feel like that silence is there. And after coming back, I'm seeing more change that you don't have to speak. I don't know. I felt like there was nothing to process at all for me. I felt like the world has stopped or like, I don't know. It was a very different feeling, but that 10 days made me feel like how much I missed. And after coming back, I'm trying to catch up again, back to the same world, but trying to maintain that moment, what I relished there, not to rush things or manage to handle both living and at the same time enjoying my own quietness or whatever it is. So I really appreciate, don't think that your hard work or this lady comes and goes or never opens her windows. I said, no, you guys don't know how much I'm gaining out of this, and all your hard work is paid off for sure. But I would like to be more active participant than just being a passive one because of the timing here.
But
Thank you.
don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. You are on the right track. We are not concerned really about if you are not able to participate. That's okay. Your life, your own existence, entire existence of you has a certain need. And those needs are being fulfilled by your own self. Okay, so don't worry about any of that stuff. Don't worry. There will come a time when you will begin to change. You will start. Vipassana would have really given you that exposure to yourself, that deeper exposure to the self. I have done it twice, so I know what it does. It actually shows you who you are in the real sense, right? And that revelation itself is really, really very powerful. Yes, of course, you come back to real life. You have to be in this world because that's what you are here for. You came into the body to experience the world, not for sitting in the jungle, right? So we have to be in, this is our, what Preeti calls as field. You know what field is? Field is a place where you act, your place of action, your place of being, right? And we remain in this, I will not call it space, in the field. We will remain in the field even if we are not in the body. We just keep taking shape and then disappearing, take shape, disappear. We are in the field. That's the nature of the field. So don't worry about any of that stuff. Just be in a state of happiness that yes, I found my direction. Okay, I found my road. Now I need to comfortably keep treading this road without creating any turbulence. Just keep walking down the road, and ultimately it will lead you to the right place where you need to be.
Yeah.
We have
Thank
done
you.
that longer practices. So Babaji is given this 20 minute of daytime quiet period, right? So the more we practice, the more we can live with the life we have planned, the work or the people around. So it's so beautiful. Shailaji gave example that the body takes form and keep on coming and going, coming and going. In my meditation today, the flower was doing the same thing. It was saying that the bud blooms in a flower, but the bud doesn't die. Even the flower dries, the flower doesn't die. This is the message I was getting.
Wow.
It stays in the field itself. It just takes form and just dissolve like this.
Yeah. So that's where we are. Ultimately, when you know the field, you your joy will be unbound. That is
I'm
what we
trying to
call.
reach there,
You
but
will be.
as
We all will be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Always I remember Krishna in that matter because he came as a god, so-called people call him Paramatma, Avatar and all that. But then he lived by living all his responsibilities, by living all his roles he created, he chose. So we are here to live that, whatever circumstances we have created. Just take a step back and see that field. You will see love. It may take some time, little practice of awareness, but I have at least started seeing that. So I'm happy that, everything is giving back now. So just that consistent practice as guided in the preface of the book. It's not made by us, it's Babaji saying how to practice. It says that some chapter may take longer, so do that.
yeah, that is the only gap for me is I'm not being able to systematically follow from chapter 1 because I still don't have connection with higher self, but things are happening. I can feel there is effect. Things are going smooth. Even when I'm stressed at work, things are happening smoothly because I'm focusing more here. I said, it's not like I don't want to care, but at the same time, the universe, I see that it is helping me to get that focus on what is needed at that moment. So
Yes.
even though I'm not in the sequential manner, but I can see the outcome, the benefits, as I told, like the prasad is so tasteful, like anything that I come out of it, like you name it, there are so many things. Because while traveling, I always keep listening because my travel is 1 hour. And but like, I was just thinking, like, I wish I could do it properly, but then I said, no, I can't. At least the universe is giving me this opportunity to gain whatever is required. Maybe a time will come in the future where
Yeah,
I
exactly.
will do it from the beginning, normally, maybe another batch, like, because I joined Sailesh Ji, if you remember, I got the book from you by giving my mom's address in India because someone was coming from India. So last year I came through PSSM, one of the group that this unified course is good. But at that time you were already in part 3. So even though I was enjoying, like, the discussions you have at the end, there is something that makes sense, right? Like, so then when you started, I was in India February this year. And things were not happening for me to attend. Then by the time I came back, then again getting into the routine, and then again work, like now we are almost at the tail end. But still, I said, whatever I can gain, I'm not going to give up. I'll continue because listening itself is making me feel the love, or I know I'm in good vibes, and my day starts good, those kind of things. I look forward for these sessions. Even if I miss, I go through the recordings patiently. And sometimes even, like I think, Preeti ji, one of your recording, you said even the recordings have the same effect. And that is so true. I sometimes rely even the meditation on the recordings only. And I don't see any difference. Like it's up, I feel like it's up to us how we take things, right? Like, because I enjoy listening and sitting there for hours, because after work, I just focus on these things only. So,
yeah, so good. That the thing that you are also saying is very similar to what Sandhya ji was saying. Feeling the love coming back to us, right? That's what you are. That's a shift in you. You are now feeling the love coming back to you in every day-to-day activity. So you are at work, you feel that love coming back to you. Whatever name you give it to, it doesn't matter. But now see the big shift that in your experience, it is experience only that has changed. What is happening now, your experience has shifted from that animosity to love. Everybody is out there to kill me. That mindset has now changed. Everybody is loving me. When you are in that state, people begin to reciprocate in that way. That makes things happen that way. That's change in your basic thinking, right? The world is not out there to kill me. The world is out there to send me love. And that change shifts everything.
It's just that we have a defined perception of love. That's where the problem happens. But love has its own flavor with different people, person, situation, circumstances, surroundings, everything. It will be different. So we just need to open that eye just by looking at it. And you also said that I do not have my higher self connection. If you are feeling good, if you are feeling connected, everything is done for you, definitely that's the signal that you have your connection. So do not go in that trap. Maybe you do not have the name, but we know we all have our higher self. And you may not be getting it the way you think, but you can just see how smoothly your life is flowing. Things are happening.
Yes.
These are the signals. And we
So,
can just be grateful for that, and then we can see more of it.
yeah. So next time you see an angry face, maybe your boss or somebody, angry face, think of Pani Puri. That Pani Puri
yes,
it gives you so much chili and so much fire in the mouth, but you enjoy it, right?
exactly.
That is how love appears to you. An angry face is chili, but there is love behind it, right? It's so delicious. So look, if somebody gives you that angry face, think of Pani Puri and you will not feel any problem.
Oh my God, that's such a nice example.
Yeah, see that love, it's so beautiful, because at times when it is deep, it will not express. It will just be like a quiet, cold
Absolutely
space
quiet.
or something. It's and we can't speak that. Maybe that's why people call it nirgun. That's the deep state of love, which is just there as a pull, as a vibration, as an energy.
Why do you call it deep? Think about it. We call it deep because in the depth, there is no stirring. It is absolutely still.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So when you are in the state of deep love, you become completely quiet. That's what it is. That is the experience, the ultimate experience. Yeah.
In one of the sharing, somebody said something. He was not aware of what he was saying, but in Hindi group, that's when I realized about this heart center. Why we took this body to experience that love, to center in our center, because our presence is infinite. We cannot experience what center is. So the body will give us that center, the feeling, that pulsation. Read chapter number 2. It is the same which is there outside. So we move places to places, that the vibration doesn't move. It stays there. And it's the same for all. It's not different. Read again, you will find that line. But we perceive it differently, how much we are open. because that light is covered with so many layers, so many belief system, that frames of mind is covering that light. And the moment it starts falling off, we can see more light. We can see the intensity of light is high. It says light is in the concentrated form at the center. So that's where, this light is in total, in that depth, what we are saying, that intensified state, concentrated state. It spreads like, then we see the sunlight, one ray, another ray. So it starts to express as if it's walking and dancing.
All of you are beginning to feel that, actually, that the shunya state. You are beginning to feel that, just not able to explain it, and that's okay. Just the purpose is only to feel and be there. And the more you feel and you begin to resonate with it, the more permanent it will become. It will then stay longer and longer, and then always. That's where you will be. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
happening.
I think that's what I'm trying to see, that after coming back from Vipassana, I'm in a very good state. I want that consistency to be maintained. I did have some trigger points where I saw that I was maintaining my samatha and I'm keeping my chit clean, like, that is important to cultivate love. Because if that's not aligning, then love will not be generated. But as we get more and more players interacting, to keep continuing in that state is the most difficult part. But I don't see that there's nothing if we are determined and we want to pursue, nothing can stop us. We can continue. Maybe as Preetiji said, that quiet period is very important for us to do the self-analysis, to see, okay, which situation, how did I interact, and what is that still more to be done, or how to improve, so I can continue this state forever.
Yes, but remember, love is not to be generated. Love is you. That is your true self. That's who you are. So love is not to be, it just needs to be revealed, uncovered, right? So all the layers that Preeti was just talking about, once they start vanishing one by one, the more light starts to get revealed.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we are just in the process of uncovering ourselves. Yeah. That's the knowing part, right? When you know, that is basically you have removed one layer. So that knowing gradually increases more and more and more. And through Vipassana, actually, you must have removed lots of layers. That's a real big one, big shift, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we are just cleaning up the house. And then we discover, oh, I didn't have to cultivate love. No, love, I am love. There is no need for cultivation. That's the revelation.
Because our original love has been buried somewhere with all these layers, and once we start peeling them out, it will show up by itself.
Perfect. Yes, yes.
And sometimes we can create that situation. We can ask somebody, if you have kid around, just ask them to give me a hug. You create that. Sometimes when it's difficult to find love, feel love, we can create outside. Yesterday, that's what I tried, tricking my son. First 2 times he didn't come. Third time I said, I want to give you a big hug. He came like that. So you cultivate, you create it, so it's easier then. When it's difficult, Babaji says, try to send love. When it is difficult, try to send love, because that's the truth. And you are telling your mind that, you're not winning. I know my truth.
But Preetiji, when you just said try to send love, like I know you might have explained in the past, like how do we send the love in such a way that the person receives it and reciprocates to it?
That's not in our control. Just send love. Feel love and radiate. That's like being a
So
sun.
it is just our own control, right? That's all we can do.
You can just increase the intensity of it by feeling more. So this is a very beautiful example I realized from the sun, that it is bright, hot, right, emanating light. If you go near him, you will be burnt, right? If you go near the sun, you will be burnt. That doesn't mean that sun is bad. It is just doing its duty because it has to reach far. The intensity has to be in that state. So that way, you just increase your intensity. It doesn't, what others say doesn't matter. That people around, just take them away. There is nobody around. You just increase in your work, in your intensity by feeling more love.
And that process of sending love is basically, think about it now. When you have to send something, you have to have it first. Otherwise, you can't send, right? If I ask you, send money, you need to have money with you to send. So, when we start doing this process of sending love, we basically unknowingly raise our vibration to the level of love. Then only you will be able to send love. So that is the process. And by practicing that, you start staying in that vibration of love automatically, right? So the sending love process is a very critical part of our growth.
That's why it's
Revelation.
mentioned in chapter 2. And it's not easy at times.
It's not easy, yeah. And that's the purpose of it. That uneasy part of it is basically cleaning process.
Yeah,
That's the
there's a
cleaning
gap
process.
in that state, and that gap has to be cleaned. So you will get a thousand of thought that you would never want to see.
Ah.
That's what
And then
is stopping that love.
Yeah, and then you clean it, and then your path becomes open. Now you have enough of it to send. That's
And the
the
beauty
purpose.
of nature is, it doesn't happen at one go. If it will happen at one go, we will be, burned with that intensity. So there's a gap, there's a slow process, and we all go through that to experience. That's why we are here in body, to experience, slow down, that live particle, sound particle, wave, and all that is slow down and just experiencing itself.
Yeah, like slow and steady wins the race. Like we don't want to rush things and then
No,
fall.
absolutely. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
yep.
There is no rush. And why no rush? Tell me, why no rush?
Because you have to be practical, feel it like
there is no
No
time.
death.
Where to go?
yeah. Oh, that's
There
another
is no
thing I
time.
noticed after coming from Vipassana. Like now, I don't want to see the time or do things mechanically. Oh, this time we have to do this. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't even want to. Like, I wake up when I feel like, I sleep when I want to. Like, there's nothing bound. Oh, I had only few hours of sleep, because the sleep is gone. When you are in Vipassana, you are sitting there for hours, and you don't even need that many hours of sleep. So it's like completely changed, like the daily routine, what mundane things I used to follow, especially like
Yeah.
I
So
feel
when
like
you
I'm free.
know, yes. So when you know more about yourself, the change in Vipassana is you knew more about yourself. So the more you know about yourself, the more you understand that I am not the body. And body is the time machine. That's because body has a beginning and an end. But you are not the body, then you have no limitation of time. That's why, as a spiritual being, when you consider yourself to be the spirit, then you are not bound by time. If something that needs to happen tomorrow, it doesn't happen, it will happen day after tomorrow, or maybe this birth, next birth, next birth. Who is in a hurry? There is no hurry,
Exactly. Yep.
right? So that's the viewpoint. That's a perspective of being an infinite existence. That perspective. So when you have that perspective, that true, in the true sense, I am an infinite existence that has no beginning and no end. Then time becomes immaterial for you. Then you are never in a hurry. Right? Now, that perspective relates to your spiritual growth though. In practice, in this world, when you are part of multitude of things, there is need for us to follow a time discipline that is necessary in the body, right? Because body Wherever body is interacting, the body has a limitation of time. So we can't ignore the time from that point of view. Right? But in our spiritual journey, no rush, no hurry, absolutely no hurry. Yeah.
Also, yesterday I was getting this thought of waste of time. Because since childhood, whenever I had some, free time, there was a constant reminder that do not waste your time. And it was definitely my mom saying. But I don't know. I mean, how to define the quality of time, if you can share something on that.
It's just the body. Basically, waste of time is connected with the body only, right? Body is dying every second. Remember that. Body is perishing. It's a perishing commodity that is perishing every moment, every second. So that's why your mind is constantly rushing you. Well, while you are in this body, you got to finish this and that and that and that and that. That's what creates the hurry, right? So that's the significance of wasting time. Right?
I tell
Now,
myself, how can I waste time?
you can. Now,
question.
let me give you a spiritual angle to it. So when you think about wasting time, that means the real meaning of that is you are doing something either incorrectly or something that is not purposeful. Right? Because of doing incorrect things, you are wasting time. So maybe you are trying to make a dish, and every time you make the dish, you are doing some error that you have to remake the dish. So you are just wasting time redoing. Right? Now, as a spiritual being, when you are calm and composed, your mind is calm and composed, you won't make those mistakes anyway. So you are actually not wasting time as a spiritual being. Once you have learned the technique, well, how can I do it perfectly? And you are practiced when you do it perfectly every time, your time is preserved. Now you can use that time for other things. This is what is important to know, that by spending time, say people say, well, I have no time for meditation. Actually, they are talking the reverse. When you meditate, you make your mind so much more efficient that you have extra time left from inefficiencies. Right?
I agree with that, Shailiji, because in the beginning, I used to think there's no time for all these things. I was at that stage before I got into, even closing my eyes and sitting, I used to feel fear, like my eyeballs would roll, like, oh my God, I'm missing something, that kind of feeling. I didn't even know that I could sit still. Now I can sit 1 hour comfortably, and the surprising part is, like, there's no pains in the body or no uncomfortability, nothing.
Right.
So I used to think, like, wow, that's, like, I know it's a privilege that I can sit so comfortably. Not everyone can. And I could feel the connection that like, I don't know, in PSSM, like how they say the cosmic energy comes and there are blocks that are removed. So I feel like I have no blocks at all. Like, I don't know if the energy flowing, but at least I don't have any discomfort and I can sit still. But now, over the time, after coming to Uniform and doing Vipassana and all, I feel like I'm going to the next level of observing the sensation, seeing what is triggering me and connecting that body and these sensations. So, and that is telling me, like, even from a disease perspective, also it has a relationship, like that disease that we have inside in uncomfortability is related, and then it's also related to the thoughts. What do you think? And, like, it all made sense to me, like, okay, I am in the right path. Like, automatically I joined these dots and I felt like, okay, I am. But as I said, like, there will be triggers because we have to live in this world. I need more ways to sustain this state or whatever it is and continue with what you call uncovering myself and peeling more and more. So whenever people see, whomever I see myself or that oneness. Like there's no different world. We are all one.
Yeah. Yes.
We
Yes.
are all
Yeah.
interconnected.
So,
Absolutely.
coming to the spiritual world, right, we understand one day that, okay, meditation is priority. So we find time for meditation. But what about sitting just as it is, not doing anything? How long you can sit that way? Yesterday, I just felt that I could not move. I mean, I would be sitting here for all the time. What happens usually when family is around, somebody will make us do things, right? So we'll go and then we'll be doing something. But when nobody is around, you're just by yourself, doing nothing, just sitting. That's when again that sound from the behind comes. Do not waste your time. How can I know you can sit long like this? Not a thought, not a, kind of planning or anything, just sitting as it is by yourself without a cup of tea, coffee, water, book, nothing, just you. Just think of it. And not in meditation. That is also meditation, but not with closed eyes, with open eyes, seeing things around, fully aware. So, so that's when this thing came, and I moved to do my next thing. But again, that question came, and that feeling that maybe I want to release that is there in my deep subconscious. That do not waste your time.
Yes. And Neha has written such a beautiful thing. You can never waste time anyway, right? It adds to our experience. So whatever you are doing, using your time for, it is adding to your experience. And so perfectly said, right? Whenever I feel I should be doing this instead of that, I feel I'm creating resistance to natural flow. That's
Many
right.
times we have to do that, right? With the responsibility, and then you add the factor of love because things are moving
Yeah.
according to people around.
Yeah.
So,
But
but
understanding time in the right perspective is important. Right? Time has a significance, it has an importance and a place. But we just can't be governed by it all the time. That's important.
especially having a kid, that there will be two perspective of time. Where you tell your kid to shut off TV, it's been 2 hours you have been watching, it's been long time. So that two sides of time is always there in our mind. That's how we are living in the society, right?
Yeah,
So it's like understanding truly, because how much challenge you can tell, but only my mind can experience and accept things the way it wants to be understood.
yeah. Good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience today, Ramaji. So
Oh, thank
beautiful.
you for
Thank you.
listening. Actually, I've been waiting for this. I said, no, I have to come and talk
Okay,
because
clap for all those masters who can sit for 3 hours with us. Almost it is three.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramaji. Okay. Yeah. Jayaji, you would like to share something? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, my mom used to say that when you get up in the morning, you are 100% charged with energy. So how often do you use your senses to waste that energy if you're not doing something productive? So sitting with yourself is also being in that state. But like watching TV or playing on your phone or just whiling away your time is like often we used to be asked, how many hours did you waste during the day? Waste in the sense that you get so much energy. Did you value it? Did you use it? Uh, yeah. So it was just that when you said it, I thought that is what I related to time. Um, there are so many people you can help. There's so many things you can do. There's so much love and light that you can send to somebody. There's yeah, there's so much. Even if you're sitting in nature, sometimes you can sit for 2-3 hours and just watch the waves. Watch. So it's working on yourself basically. That's what I feel. I don't know whether yeah. And like Ramaji said, no, from the course, I feel I just follow, bring my jholi out. I'm ready with my basket, put in whatever I need, and someday it'll click. Like I'm doing something, I say, oh yeah, that's why they said it. Oh, this connected with. So it just accept as it comes, as very often, because it is so late at night, during the meditation, I fall asleep. Or in the later stage of it. And then the next day, again, when I sit, I'm like, wow, I missed this, and I connected with this. Oh, this is so nice. So, or you rehear it, or you listen to everything, and you're like, there's so much more that you can grasp.
Yeah.
So even if there's no higher self, there's no feeling of this and that, just keep following, and suddenly that aha moment is there, or that current, you feel the vibration tingling into your
Yeah.
also, like you said, that whenever you feel light, you are looking for light, go and see a child, that's why I teach. That's the excitement. So there are a little few kids, and I went back um for the term, and the supervisor gave me 2-3 gifts that the little kids had given, because they were going into primary. And I told them, I was like, I will not see y'all again, you're going into big school. And one child came and hugged me, and all the children pounced to give me a hug, and it felt so fulfilling. I mean, and there are little kids, and they're like waiting in line to go to the bathroom, and I pass by and they're winking at me, or they want to give me a high five. That's so much light. There's so much uh innocence, that we have just covered our light. We have the light. The light is always there. It cannot go. The love is always there. It's just we have covered it with a few layers, and they are in their pure state. If they're angry, they'll show you that they're angry. And then again, a minute later, they forgot that they're supposed to get angry. Or like when I walked in and it was nursery and the children were crying, and then one girl looked at me and she suddenly smiled, and her tear was stuck here. Like it didn't go further down, it was stuck over there. And she looked at me and she smiled, and I thought, wow. So yeah, children are the best examples of love and light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you for sharing this. Really, we were able to feel the joy and love. Yeah, so beautiful.
In Jayaji, I can just see that she's reliving her bachpan ka satsang and also making us part of it. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I always question my life, why it was like this, why things were like that, but I think there was some reason. Many of things have come, like they're coming as answers, but things are, unique in everybody's life, and there's a beauty still. Nobody can take that beauty from anybody's life.
Yeah, good. So, thank you, Jayaji. Thank you for sharing this beautiful
Thank
love.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So tomorrow we will meet for question answer, and then the next week is for our review. And
Okay.
so towards tail end of the program, just bring up whatever questions, leftover queries, whatever is there, just bring it
Thank you,
up.
Kirti, before
Yeah,
she
yeah,
leaves,
thank you.
but I think she
Yes,
left.
yeah, Kirti already left. Yeah. Okay, so